Good evening. We are live at the Turtle Tanks with happy hour and your patient updates. Thank you for being patient, waiting for the patient updates. We have a lot to catch up on. We are looking at Sloan. Sloan is a new patient to us, a juvenile green sea turtle transferred from Brevard Zoo just this past Sunday. And Sloan is being treated for fibropapillomatosis. Also, you can see has a predator wound, but that is healed. So Sloan is adjusting well to life here at the Turtle Hospital. And next door, we have Kalimba, one of the juvenile Kemp's Ridleys that was transferred to the Turtle Hospital from New England way back in December. And Kalimba is being treated for cold stunning and secondary infections, pneumonia and osteomyelitis. You can see she's not using those front flippers regularly. She's favoring the one flipper. So she is receiving treatment for that. All right, and moving down the line, we have Ocarina and Piccolo, two more of the juvenile Kemp's Ridley sea turtles being treated here at the Turtle Hospital for cold stunning. And we had 20 turtles come in one evening. We have a number of those turtles that were released, 5 of them last week. So there is Piccolo and Ocarina. And then next door, hello there, we have another new turtle to us, Wheezy, a juvenile green sea turtle being treated for fibropapillomatosis. You can see those tumors. And Wheezy was transferred from Brevard Zoo on Sunday as well. We had 3 turtles come in, and that is because they were filled up. So the rescue centers up north are at capacity. So when that happens, we get transfers. So that is where Wheezy came from, and Wheezy is responding to treatment. And next door we have Fiddle, another one of the juvenile Kemp's Ridley sea turtles that was transferred from New England in December. Also being treated for cold stunning, pneumonia, and osteomyelitis. You're going to hear me say that a lot with these little Kemps. Here is Spoons. And Spoons x-rays are looking worse, so we have switched up treatment on Spoons. We currently have Nate. You can see him over there, and he is working on our water treatment system. So right now we don't have water flowing, but that is going to be on within the hour. And that's why it's quieter than usual. You don't hear that running water. So there is Spoons. And one of our newer patients here is Lily J. And she's looking pretty rough right now, but we have had some good progress with Lily J. She's just resting and caudally buoyant right now. But she has been observed repeatedly on the bottom. So that is all positive signs. She's defecating normally. She is eating natural seagrass for us. But right now you can see she's resting and caudally buoyant, but she is showing signs of improvement. She suffered from a bad boat strike injury. You can see that. Once that external wound is healed up enough, we will try her in the quad or the tidal pool and give her more water to swim in. And we see amazing things happen when we put turtles in their natural environment like that. So flippers crossed for Lily J that she won't be a permanent floater or a bubble butt. She is showing signs of progress. She's just resting right now. And then here are some more of our juvenile Kemp's Ridley sea turtles. We have Egg Shaker, Saxophone, and Glockenspiel. And some more here. They're all resting on the bottom. We have Didgeridoo and Xylophone. Hello in Long Island, New York. Thank you for joining us. We are live at the Turtle Tanks for a happy hour with sea turtles. We're a little cloudy, but still looking forward to a beautiful sunset here in the Florida Keys. We're going to move right around here and take a look at two of our more critical patients. Here's Flynn and Thelma. Both have a heavy load of those fibropapilloma tumors. Thelma had a follow-up eye surgery with Dr. Krupinski, and she is receiving chemotherapy eye drops. We are praying that they do their job and that she is left with some vision. That is her biggest challenge right now. Once we're sure she's visual, then we will continue surgeries to remove those external tumors. But right now, her vision is being evaluated, and she is receiving chemotherapy treatment on those eyes. Thank you, Martin, for the blessings for these turtles. And Flynn is a juvenile green with a heavy load of fibropapilloma tumors, but came in for cold stunning from Key Largo back at the beginning of February. You can see Flynn is eating now, so that is a good sign. Flynn did have suspicious spots we were watching. The good news is so far so good, and flippers crossed, Flynn continues to improve. Hello in Maryland, thank you for joining us. And we're going to keep moving around. Here's Buddy. Buddy is a juvenile green sea turtle that suffered cold stunning here in the Florida Keys in the beginning of February. Also has a light load of fibropapilloma tumors, has tumors on the eyes. And we are waiting for Buddy's lungs to improve. He did get pneumonia from that cold stunning, and we don't want to put him under anesthesia with that. So we are waiting to do surgeries once those lungs are better. But Buddy is doing well so far. Thank you for joining us from Maryland and Pennsylvania. And then here is Guitar, another one of the juvenile Kemp's-Ridley sea turtles received back in December, being treated for cold stunning. And we have a group here. We are open to the public every day. And here is Gilbert. Gilbert is a juvenile green sea turtle. You can see Gilbert is using this environmental enrichment device to scratch his shell. And they do make good use of them. Thank you for joining us from Virginia Beach and the UK. This is our tidal pool. And just turn her down just a little bit. Right. Right, we're going to move through here and come back to these guys. Here is Nutella. She's also using her environmental enrichment device to scratch her shell. They really do enjoy them. Let's see, we can see here. Doing a happy dance.
So we do have Nutella over here. Nutella came in near the end of the year. She is being treated for the FP virus, but
She is
as Betty
beautiful.
said, she is using her little ED as a scratching post. We also have Bella over
See?
here. Bella was attacked by
And
a
here
shark.
is Dobby. Dobby has been with us since November. A juvenile green sea turtle being treated for fibropapillomatosis. Had a heavy load of tumors. We're going to look at that before picture. Horrific tumors on the eyes and the body.
Gilbert has
And
the FP virus. He was on
Dobby is getting there. Still has surgeries ahead of him and has a flipper that the tumor was very involved and invasive. So if you come to visit, you'll see Dobby has a cast of sorts or a wound care wrapping on that front right flipper. But it is showing signs of improvement. So excuse us, we're going to keep moving down. And again, we have some work being done on the water treatment systems right now. So here is Aurora. And Aurora is a juvenile green with a very heavy tumor load. We were watching suspicious spots. The good news is her follow-up CT showed improvement. So yay, go Aurora. We're hoping that they are not internal tumors, but just abscesses and lung challenges and not internal tumors. So far so good. Candy, thank you so much for the stars. Now, let's see if Aurora's going to come up. She was rescued out of Key Largo. And she is on the schedule next for eye tumor removal surgery with Dr. Krupinski, potentially as soon as Friday. We're trying to get that scheduled, but we want to make sure that she is visual and has cornea under those tumors. She has a very heavy load, and those eye tumors are horrific. This is not a very forgiving disease, that is for sure. All right, we're going to keep moving down the line here. And here is Marty, and Marty is the third turtle that was transferred from Brevard Zoo. Look how adorable. Marty is a juvenile green sea turtle that is also being treated for fibropapillomatosis. She's very young. Okay, we're going to catch back up here now that the crowd has passed. And under here is Rosie. There she is. Rosie is a juvenile green sea turtle admitted to the Turtle Hospital in the beginning of February. She cold stunned in the Florida Keys. And she is being treated just for cold stunning. She has pneumonia. She is showing some signs of improvement, but still in treatment. I want to talk about a couple turtles you're not going to see down here in the tanks right now. And that is Maria and Puxatani and Petunia. There's 3 other juvenile greens that are being treated for cold stunning. And some great news is Petunia just got cleared for release. So stay tuned for details for Petunia's release coming up this weekend. So we will post that on the event page. And then Maria and Puxatani, they're both off of treatment. They're up in a 30,000 gallon tank, getting stronger with lots of swimming room, but they are off medications, and as long as their blood work and behavior stays good, they're going to be considered for release in about a week and a half. So some great news on releases coming up. Hello, Marty in Brevard. Thank you for joining us. And we're looking at Gilbert again. And Gilbert is one of those miracle cases, came in with severe lacerations to the head, which involved the oral cavity, and also to the plastron or underneath that went into the body cavity. But wow, Gilbert, with a lot of wound care from the dedicated team here, those lacerations are healing well. The oral cavity has healed, and now Gilbert is starting those tumor removal surgeries because Gilbert also has fibropapillomatosis. But very strong turtle with a good immune system and responding well to treatment. Was a long shot, but so far is doing very well. And here is Bella. Bella is another juvenile green sea turtle. She was treated for, and is still being treated for, positive buoyancy disorder and a predator attack. The external wounds healed. She started going to the bottom and then started having challenges again. So Bella is being treated. She also has osteomyelitis in that front flipper. So lots of prayers and healing energy is needed for Bella. And this tank is hard for us to see. Is Paddle On, and Paddle On has been cleared for release and will be going out to the Bay Area. We're going to take Paddle On out on a boat for release in the upcoming week or so. Let's see if we can get a better look at Paddle On. I think that's not Paddle On. I think Paddle On is in the middle area there and very hard to see, but I know a lot of people were concerned about Paddle On, as were we, because it had that sway back. But as you can see, Paddle On is not floating. Paddle On's able to go to the bottom, responded to treatment for that positive buoyancy disorder, and has been cleared for release. So great news for Paddle On. All right. And we're going to check in with our littles. And here is Thunder. What do you think, Thunder? So Thunder is one of our education animals and part of a very special permit with the state of Florida. You're going to find Thunder or Stormy at local events very soon. The Seafood Festival here in Marathon, which is a big event, also goes to schools and outreaches to help teach people about sea turtles. And not to worry, Stormy and Thunder will go out to sea when their shell or carapace is 45 centimeters long. That's the magic number. And they'll be about 2 years old when they get that size. And when they get that size, they're going to have a lot less predators out there. So there's Thunder. Let's take a look at Stormy. Both juvenile loggerhead sea turtles. And there is Stormy. So I want to thank you for joining us for the patient update. Some good news, some sad news to report. Turtley did have internal tumors. We did a follow-up CT and those masses had grown despite treatment. So Turtley was humanely euthanized, and it's very hard for us. A lot of these turtles that come in have internal tumors, and we currently have no means to treat them, but we do all the diagnostics and validate before a decision is made, and we don't take those lightly. So thank you for all your support. And there's Smalls just hanging out. Not so small anymore. Smalls is one of our green sea turtles that is non-releasable due to bubble butt syndrome or positive buoyancy disorder from a boat strike. If you look closely, you can see Smalls has a weight adhered to his back. And there's Handsome Buoy, our largest turtle. She's gone right there by the buoy. She likes to scratch on that. So our non-releasable turtles, not only are they ambassadors for their species, but they also are our blood donors. That was April that just took a breath. One of our, oh no, that's Montel. Hello, Montel. One of our adoptable turtles, and thank you to all of Montel's parents out there. Adoptions are a fun way to support the care of turtles here at the Turtle Hospital. A lot of these bubble butts are actually on the bottom, so at this time of day, they do get their rest. They have weights adhered to the shells that allows them to dive down if they want. This is Sequoia swimming over now. So thank you for hanging out with me for your happy hour this evening. We hope everybody has a peaceful and totally awesome evening. We'll come live. I'll go live from our 30,000 gallon tanks tomorrow, and that way you can get a good look at Bender. Thank you to all of Bender's adoptable parents out there. There's Kent. What you doing, Kent? And we can take a look at Bender, and we'll also be able to see Petunia, Maria, and Puxatani in those 30,000 gallon tanks tomorrow. We're going to leave here with Flynn and Thelma. They need a lot of your prayers and good energies. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll come live again tomorrow.